In an interesting story on this bulletin, the General Overseer of the World Bank Assembly, Pastor Moses Adeyo, says he was instructed by the Holy Spirit to marry Tina Adeyo, a woman who left her husband after 11 years of marriage. The ex-husband of Tina, Bright Ben, accused Pastor Adeyo for snatching his wife and kids. The ex-husband narrated that he was a full financial member of the church alongside his wife Tina. But it all started when Tina was given an appointment in the church and she moved out with their 2 children.
I took her to World Bank. The first day we went to church, she went to church with me. I introduced her to the church members. After church service, I went to the pastor's office with her. I saw pastor, his wife, and I introduced my wife, Mrs. Tina Onyechi Bright. I introduced her to my pastor, Adeyo Moses, with the wife. We were all happy. The wife now gave my wife an appointment being an assistant choir mistress. She started the work as an assistant choir mistress.
According to Bright, the pastor stopped picking up his calls and blocked him.
My pain is not for my wife to come back. My pain is not that I am the first person that have ever been divorced by a woman or anything, but I have not received any divorce paper. I have not received any message from the village that this marriage is over. My people do not know if the marriage is over or not. What I saw is my pastor, General Overseer, married my wife. It's wrong.
However, the lady in question, Tina, had her reasons for deciding to dump her husband for the pastor.
I followed him borrowing money. He asked me to borrow money. I borrowed money in my school. They are still there. The debt of the money I borrowed, I'm still paying it till date. The money I borrowed is this pastor that is helping me now to foot those bills. I borrowed money for his sake, his children's school fees that have heaped like this. I'm paying it one by one. I've not finished paying the debt till now. Go to Holy Child School Rumukushi and ask. They are all aware of the story. It didn't end there. Now, after everything, we come to that place. We come to the house where we are living right now. Now the thing is, feeding is a problem in the house. Ask Bright if he has given me upkeep since 11 years I've married him. Even if it is 5,000 naira upkeep, go and ask him. Go and ask Bright if he has done anything. But I don't complain. It's normal. He may not have it. I keep living my life the way I'm living it. I keep surviving the way I'm surviving it. It didn't stop there. This same Bright, after 1 year, I returned back to him. Where he took me to the church, he has met one church he wants to be attending. I should live with him and all that. I left with him. Now, the issue now is, at the end of it all, I came back. We started living outside the family. Bright started from where he stopped. He started the worst. The worst is that I shouldn't go to work. I should be a housewife. During the pandemic, I shouldn't go anywhere. He called people. He said it's men are chasing me and chasing men. He saw anybody around me, he will nail them. He has done so many things. He chased people that call me mother away from me, the youths, the teenagers. He said they're all with me.
Her mother couldn't agree more with her as she explained why she had no issues with the pastor marrying her daughter instead of Bright.
She took 50 naira from his pocket to buy soap to wash their clothes. When he came back, he called her a thief. Why did she put her in her pocket? She's the one that told him that, see, I collected money, I waited for you, and I said, let me wash it. Bright Ben Olu came to my house to marry, ask my daughter's hand in marriage. I saw him as a son, and I received him. And I asked him, first of all, asked him who he is, whether he's a born-again Christian. I have called him, what is the problem? Nothing to say, as he did not greet me. I greeted him, Mr. Bright, good evening. He did not respond. And I called him, please, see the reason why I'm here. And I'm the one training his children in His children is with me. I'm taking care of them. So when my people said they bring book, bring everything, look at, he did not pay any tithe. I told them, they said, I receive? I said, I did not receive anything. My son did not receive anything. Everybody, he can marry. I say, God, I don't know what to do. Only I look upon God. I continue to pray. We have gone many places. I've taken him to, we have gone to mountains to pray to God to help this young man. But no avail. Even my children, he hate all of us. He scared all of us away. Church people will not come. Their house was a house fellowship. Because of his life and everything, everybody ran away. Instead of giving to her, he will put hand in her pocket and be taking her money. This man reported me in the village that I'm the one that is, when I come to his house, his wife started misbehaving. I say, God, when we went to the village, he came with his friend. So they asked him the reason, what is happening. And he opened his mouth and he said he don't want any matter. And when there was surprise, the man continued to torture them, to give them food problem.
Well, the pastor says the Holy Spirit said he should. Does this really come from the Holy Spirit?
My wife and the mother came on air and said I didn't pay for my wife bride price. I married my wife traditionally. After the traditional marriage, I gave the village boss to come to Rivers State for wedding proper. Within the wedding process, the officiating pastor, he's still alive today, asked my father-in-law, this elder brother to my father-in-law, because my father-in-law is late, asked him, am I owing any dime in the village? He says no, the video is with me, the pictures is with me, my marriage certificate is with me. Have I finished everything that I am supposed to do in the village? The man says yes. We now proceed by joining us in holy matrimony. After that, we began to live as husband and wife. I love my wife so much. I've never laid my hand on her for the past since 12 years of marriage. We have 3 children, we lost 1. As it is, they came to her and say I didn't pay for her bride price. Look at how it happens. Before I said adultery, and my pastor married my wife.
Really, these are interesting times.
But what I'm saying, I'm not against of she marrying. What I'm against is, why must she be my pastor that I've been laying my complaint to? I started like this. I accused my wife of not being faithful to me. I complained to pastor. Pastor said I should call my wife. I called my wife. My wife refused to go, that I should forget about it. I should tell pastor that we have settled, which I did. Today, I saw my wife being married with the pastor. And my wife left my house for 7 months. She left my house for 7 months. And the same pastor is the pastor that I've been reporting matter to for settlement between I and my wife. I love my wife. I put her in social media. I celebrate her in every reason of life. I've never laid my hand on her. I celebrate her, and I know she loves me. Now, why I came to social media is that my life is at stake. Pastor, because before somebody will take what belongs to you, it must not be with empty eye or anything. But I did not ask my wife to return back to me. No, let the marriage work for them. But why I came on air is that she said one day did not return anything to me, no divorce paper, know anything. Even the person that I'm reporting my matter to was the person that married my wife, being the owner of the church, Pastor Moses Adayo, married my wife.